Solo Cup is the best receptacle for barbecues, tailgates, fairs, and festivals. And you, sir, do not have a pair of testicles if you prefer drinking from glass. Hey, Red Solo.
Yeah, it's that kind of a raw little Red Solo Cup by Toby Keith.
Just wanted to get drunk, get yourself a Red Solo Cup and fill it up.
But either way, I gotta say my shameless plug. Wait, what are we doing?
Where are we?
I don't know. Are we taping OTR this week?
I don't know.
Is this Raw sucked?
It was.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna try my best impression to be happy and go lucky. Here we go.
Do we have to?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Welcome to another installment of Outside the Ring. This is where you say something crazy, but you're just kind of dull tonight too, aren't you?
Boogie boogie.
All right.
There's crazy for you.
We really don't want to even record tonight.
That's my limit of crazy for the day.
I am the one, the only, Jason
Murphy.
Wow. I wasn't even going to go, yeah, baby! Once in a while I do that, and I usually am happy to do this show. Tonight I'm not, because Raw sucked, and we've said that about 6 times already, and the show's been 58 seconds into it.
I mean, after WrestleMania, you know, the show after WrestleMania was decent, and then it just went downhill from there.
Alongside the one, the only, he's pretty damn bored. He wants a drink tonight, Red Solo Cup style. Toby Keith, Troy Stone Cold.
Yeah, I'm bored.
Yep, Austin.
I was bored with Raw, bored now.
And we have a guest tonight, one of our listeners.
They found us. Oh, God, we're in trouble now.
We have one of our listeners in studio. He lives near us, and he actually wanted to see what we do.
It's not all glamour, is it?
It's not glamorous. The one, the only, Eric.
What up?
I don't know what we're going to do with that.
Give Eric Green a round of applause. That's Bob the janitor, by the way. This is your first time meeting Bob the janitor. What do you think of Bob?
Tell him to get his ass back to work.
Oh!
Bob doesn't do work around here. What are you talking about?
Bob's horrible.
It is.
We have a bunch of shameless plugs to get out of the way. Let's do those. Might as well at least plug ourselves. Twitter, Outside the Ring 1. That's the number 1. Facebook, Outside the Ring, and Troy, our email.
Outside the Ring 316 at gmail.com.
It's going to be one of those shows. We're going to try to get through this.
A little dramatic pause there for you.
Yeah. Tonight is not going to be one of those OTRs that you're like, oh my God, it's an hour long. Tonight you'll probably be able to listen to OTR within a half hour.
Yeah, you could probably listen to us during commercial breaks during one show.
This is bad. So anyways, it is time. Dramatic pause.
Dun, dun, dun.
For headlines! And guess what?
You are too excited about that.
I am. There is not much going on. We're going to try to go through these. Eric, we put a microphone in front of Eric and gave him a headset, so if he's going to, if he feels like he's got to say something, just say something. Like if you want to tell us to shut up, you know? If you want to say, yes, 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 or something like that, you could go ahead and do that
Daniel Bryan just run through the studio somewhere.
Daniel Bryan is all over the place. Speaking of Daniel Bryan, nice segue. WWE's website has a new article looking up the popularity of Daniel Bryan's yes chance, and they're actually comparing him to Stone Cold's what chance. Daniel Bryan basically saying there's a percentage of the WWE universe that likes things they're not supposed to like, and they're responsible for the yes chance.
Yeah, look at Brodus Clay.
Yep, pretty much. I'm not going to get you started tonight.
When
I first started doing it, the only thing I thought was that this is going to annoy the hell out of people. That's a quote from Daniel Bryan. So he actually thought that this was going to annoy people, and people are chanting yes, 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 just like they did what.
Yeah.
Go figure.
And I mean, there was even an interview with Vince that said that he thought that it was just going to be like a one-time thing.
Yep.
And that it was going to blow over by the next week. No.
Hey, Vince. Reality check. People actually think Daniel Bryan's talented.
Yeah.
And they're actually
trying to show his support to him, even no matter how stupid of a shirt you make him.
Yeah, that absolutely.
Yes, shirt.
Daniel Bryan's over. And he's more over now than he was before WrestleMania.
Yeah, because people are getting behind it because they saw that WWE did him wrong.
Yeah.
He's actually getting over without Vince's help.
Exactly.
He's actually getting over. Good point,
And that's
Eric.
what Vince doesn't like.
He doesn't like guys that are not his creation.
Yeah, that's why he looked down on Punk.
I created Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna kill it. I created The Rock.
If only one person can destroy Hulkamania,
it's Vince McMahon.
It's Vince McMahon.
And Triple H. He created all those guys. I think to a point he molded some of those guys. Hogan still had to get himself over. Rock had to get himself over.
He molded Punk and Bryan from their indie days, because if you watch some of their indie promos,
they were fine then.
No way that stuff could fly on PG WWE.
That's right. I mentioned The Rock, and reports are that The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, will head up a new reality show titled The Hero, which is a competition to find the next great hero. Johnson will be an exclusive producer for the new show and will appear in various incarnations to
Are we talking like
contestants.
superheroes? Because I think they tried that before with Stan Lee's Who Wants to Be a Superhero on Sci-Fi.
I'm thinking, I don't know I don't know what channel this is going to be on.
Hero. I mean, are they going to go through like firemen, police officers, and like find the one who has like the best war story or something?
He's basically he's going to appear, but mostly it's an executive producer role. So I'm not going to say
That's weird.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that he's going to be on every show, but maybe what are they going to do? Dress up as Superman and Batman? You know, I mean, who knows?
It doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm thinking because The Rock, you know, he's been in like superhero movies, like G.I. Joe is really not a superhero movie, but he's like an action star. Yeah. Maybe they're trying to find the next action star.
Maybe.
That's the only thing I can think of. Well, I'll check it out. I don't know what the hell it is, but and you like your divas bloody. I'm just that's kind of we can go.
Came out wrong.
All right, Bob. I'm sorry. God. I shouldn't have said that. That totally came out wrong, didn't it? It's one of those shows.
There's no filter.
There's a segue I'm going into.
There's no filters between our brain and our mouths right now, so some things might slip out.
WWE diva Natalya was busted open. See, that's what I was getting at. And bloodied at Tuesday's SmackDown tapings in London. The accident came in a match against AJ. When AJ took out her frustrations on Natalya, wouldn't stop beating her up in the corner. Paramedics had to come out and check on Natalya before cleaning the blood off her and the ring. So the guys can't bleed, but somehow the chicks, Natalya was like, I'm
guessing
bleeding.
That probably got cut from SmackDown.
You think? Even in the heyday of the Attitude Era, there was never women bleeding, except for on ECW they had that.
Mickey James did. When Mickey James and Trish Stratus had their match at WrestleMania.
Oh, she did, didn't she?
I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was WrestleMania, but yeah.
But did she do a blade job, or did she actually get busted open?
It was the hard way. She got her nose busted open.
Well, yeah. See, yeah, that's right. But I'm saying, like, chicks usually don't. They don't blade.
They don't blade.
They don't go Ric Flair style.
Oh God, nobody goes Ric Flair style except.
You want me to bleed this match? Woo! I'll bleed.
I hate Jeff Hardy.
I'll bleed. Mick Foley. You will never retire.
Elbow drop your book.
Ric Flair will never retire.
When I come back, I'll be naked in this ring.
I'll bleed. I swear I pay the price. Dusty Rhodes, you.
Oh, Lordy, baby, bro, Dusty Rhodes up.
Dusty, I will put you in the figure four and make your girlfriend cry. Woo!
If I die of a heart attack, it'll be on your girlfriend, brother.
This Ric Flair moment brought to you by Spandex.
Spandex?
I don't know. Bob's clapping. I don't know where I was going with that either.
Bob, are you wearing a thong?
Maybe.
Yeah, Bob, put your pants up.
Shut up, Bob. This show has gone to hell in a handbasket. We're talking Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Spandex.
Bob, go home.
Should have been brought to you by Budweiser, because I'm sure Flair, all he does in TNA is get paid, pay his alimony, and drink beer. Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right.
Sounds about a day in the life of Ric Flair. And anyways, yeah, that's your headlines. That's it.
That's it. We did what? 5 minutes?
Big time.
7 minutes, something like that?
Oh, big time, Troy. So now we have to get into Monday Night Raw, which was a tape show, which, number one, I hate tape shows.
I do, too.
I can't stand tape shows.
I didn't care about tape shows before the internet.
That's why I don't watch SmackDown. If SmackDown was live, I might actually watch it.
Yeah.
But SmackDown's not live, and
I don't know why it can't be live. They've done live SmackDowns before.
And they recorded on Tuesday nights. They already got the cameras there, so why not do it?
It might as well, but I mean,
you might as well.
I think it would be better if they did it live.
It would be. Well, they did. Yeah.
Just watching SmackDown on a Friday night, you're usually at the bar getting drunk.
True.
That's right.
And one thing that they're doing with SmackDown that I don't like is they're putting the whole show up on YouTube before Friday. I don't understand why.
I like that because I don't, like Eric said, I'm at the bar drinking, so I can watch that. I mean,
I can watch it and actually retain some of the things that happened.
Here's the thing. This Raw, I put it on our Facebook and our Twitter that the night No, that afternoon when the
That
results
you wouldn't
came
be
out,
watching?
that I would not be watching, and I didn't watch Raw.
I didn't watch either. I
YouTubed it the next day.
didn't even YouTube it. I just read the results. So we're not going to be fountains of knowledge today. We're not going to know
I have
any
the
good
results
spots or anything.
I have the results. We'll go through the show, but I did watch it on YouTube, and I'm going to say that it just
one thing that I did,
even if it was live, I wouldn't go crazy about the show.
One thing that I did see on YouTube was that WWE. I don't know if they're trying to embarrass Lillian Garcia.
Oh, the
or
tripping
what.
incident.
Yeah. She tripped. She blew out a heel a couple months ago, and then I think it was yesterday during the SmackDown tapings. She came out and she fell flat on her face.
Vince has got this fetish with embarrassing people like
Trish
JR.
Stratus, JR.
I don't know what his deal is. I mean, oh my God, a person tripped. Holy crap! I mean, seriously?
It's stupid.
It happens.
Yeah, it
I
happens.
tripped coming in the damn studio. I almost hit my head on this fan over here.
Oh, the fan that I F5 the other
Yeah,
week?
this fan over here.
Wait a minute, are you talking the fan, or did you trip over Eric?
No, I did not trip over Eric. But, this Raw just... Here's the thing, okay? Before we get to this Raw.
And quick question: has there ever been a good Raw in London? And I'm not trying to,
No.
bash the
Yes.
like in London they
Wasn't
are.
there a Iron Man match that was actually good with Shawn Michaels and Cena? Wasn't that in London?
Was that in
Am I right, Eric?
I don't remember.
I remember the
Yeah.
match.
I remember
and
it too.
thought it was in London.
It
It was
might
a
have been.
WrestleMania rematch. Shawn won that Iron Man
Yeah,
it
match
was
too.
It might have been.
It was a great. It was one of Cena's best matches ever. I just remember that. It was
Yeah.
really good.
If you're in the ring with Shawn Michaels, it's always going to be a good match.
There you go.
Unless you're Hulk Hogan and Shawn dramatically oversells everything you do.
Yeah. But here's the thing. You hit it on your head. The thing is, Raws after Mania are usually bad. The first one after Mania is awesome.
It's like they save everything up.
For
WrestleMania
Mania.
comes, they blow
Which,
their
by the
wad,
way, I
and then,
heard
ugh.
1.3 million buys.
Wow.
They were expecting a big payout.
Yeah.
They oversold. 1.3.
They oversold their expectations.
Yes, 1.3
See, that's what
was
it'll
out
do.
of their ballpark.
That's what you do when you build feuds up and do stories right, like they did at WrestleMania.
I mean, Rock was already Cena. They
still
both
got it,
posted it on Twitter and Facebook that they were shocked by this, even though that they did such a good job promoting that match for a year plus.
Yeah. Plus,
They did a fantastic job doing that, and like you said, look what happens. But the thing is, even with Lesnar coming back, even with this Jericho Punk feud, which I'm enjoying, and even with the whole Daniel Bryan stuff going on, that's really about it.
Yeah. I mean, Orton is really nowhere right
He's
now.
with Kane. I mean,
Which I don't understand.
you're
that.
having David Otunga feud with Santino Marella for the U.S. title. Can that belt mean any less now?
No, it can't.
Pretty much taking a dump on that belt.
They just
Yeah.
took a major poopy, Eric, on that United States Championship.
Took a dump on it when they gave it to Santino.
Zack Ryder, who, like him
No,
or
they-
not,
They took a dump on it when they gave it to Cena, and he had that stupid spinner.
yeah.
At
But
first
the
it
belt was relevant
at
back
first it was-
then.
yeah, it was relevant back then. At
And
first it was cool, and then it was like,
then
okay,
sucked
it's
after
a toy
year
now.
later. Yeah. But the thing is, Zack Ryder, who, like him or not, better or worse, internet darling, whatever, the guy finally gets a push.
He gave a little credibility to the belt.
And he was at least entertaining for a point. Now his stuff, you can make an argument. It's starting to get a little stale,
Yeah,
the whole
and now-
woo-woo
and
thing.
now
But now
Ryder-
he's like the Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah.
He hasn't won a match
He
in
went
forever.
straight back to where he was.
Yeah.
And
He's
I
jobbing
don't
to
even
Kane.
like the guy, but that's still some bull crap.
I mean, yeah, you built this guy up. You built him up. You lose him the belt. He loses the belt to Swagger, who had no build up whatsoever.
No personality
Better
either.
wrestler, yes. More entertaining, hell no.
No.
I'd rather watch Zack Ryder 7 days a week than one Swagger interview. You know what I mean? I'm just making it. But the thing is, I don't understand it. Like, why not use this guy? Eve kicks him in the nuts, and then he just doesn't do nothing about it. Are you serious, bro? It had to go.
Are you serious, Hosky?
I mean, what's up with that?
Okay, Helms.
What's up with that?
It makes no sense.
We have backstage segments on this show.
Wasn't it a short
With-
match too? Didn't he just hit the Cobra and basically that was it?
You're talking about the
Santino.
Yeah, and here's the thing,
That was the only move he hit too.
guys.
Did you watch
If
it?
you want to call it a move,
Did you watch it?
I watched some of it.
Okay. So we've got a little bit of insight on what actually happened.
Here's the thing. If you wanna talk about that match, here's something that gets me. This
That
is
David Otunga still has a job?
First of all, David Otunga beats Ezekiel Jackson, pretty big guy, twice in 1 week.
Clean. Well, kind of.
Clean. Nah, it was clean the first time for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you have him lose to a poke in the face. That's like me. Okay, that's like if.
Hold on, Jason. Hold on. Tell me if this hurts.
He just poked me in the arm. I'm dead.
He's got to go to the hospital. He might have to get that arm cut
What
off.
the hell?
It's so stupid.
How can David Otunga? I know wrestling's okay. We know it's a show, but how could David Otunga win twice in 1 week over a huge mammoth of a man and then get beat, like Eric said, in a few seconds with a poke? It's
basically
stupid.
what it is.
Why is he over? I don't.
think what
get
it is Santino and Vince or whoever. I think they're. Because this is just me. I think they're making fun of the finger poke of doom.
with
They
Hogan
turned
and
it
Nash.
into a finisher.
That's even more entertaining, though.
The Nitro that sent WCW downhill.
Yep, that's when they
Pretty
that's
much.
when they pulled the handle on that toilet.
That was the same night Mick Foley won the championship.
Yeah, when
First
Tony
time.
Schiavone gave it away,
Nobody's
and
gonna
they
watch
still
that.
lost viewers so people could see it.
That'll put
Thanks,
that'll put
Tony.
asses in seats.
Yep.
That'll put asses in seats.
Yeah, it didn't put asses in seats, but it put views on their end there.
Hey,
Tony.
WCW.
Good move.
Stick your Disco Inferno up your anus.
Oh God.
All right.
Jesus.
Shout out to
Moving
Disco
on.
Inferno,
Moving
wherever the
on.
hell he is.
Please move on.
But so they're building a Santino David Otunga thing, which yawn. You got Lord Tensai. Now let's talk about him.
I'm starting to like him, but he's nothing more than another big guy.
Yeah, like we said before the show.
He has the gimmick that Brodus Clay should have.
Yeah, and I mentioned to you that before the show that Brodus Clay got the funny gimmick. We thought that this Lord Tensai was going to be Brodus Clay because for months and months and months and months they're building up Brodus Clay. Then they give us the Funkasaurus. I mean,
They even played promos.
Albert's not that great of a worker. He's got a couple he's got a couple moves.
He got better. I'll say that. From his time in
little
Japan, he got
bit.
better than what he was.
He's gotten way better since the last time I
You think?
saw him in a ring.
I see him like Brodus Clay. He's got a few splash moves he does in the corner.
He's got his finisher, that big claw thing.
Yeah.
And the double chokeout power bomb.
I'm with you what you said at the beginning. He's another big guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to get to the main event, but I'm
Early
going through the show. I'm not even going in order. Mark Henry and CM Punk had a decent no DQ match.
that opened the show. That's
Yeah,
what
it
pisses
did.
me off.
yeah, that opened the show.
That should have been the main event.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, Lord Tensai just debuted what 2 weeks ago? 3
Yeah,
weeks ago? He shouldn't
right.
be. He shouldn't be main eventing the shows yet.
right.
Hey, Lord Tensai,
It's only because it's against John Cena and John
Kiss
Cena
my
against
ass.
the company.
Exactly.
kiss my ass and I'll put you in the main event, kid. I mean,
Hey, me too. There, Lord
time to play the game.
if you let me have that little Sakamoto guy for a while, I'll put you in the main event.
Give me the pedigree. All right, this show sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Are we done yet?
not yet. Well, although we've had a 20-minute show already, that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, really.
Even though we said this thing was going to be a half hour. And here's the thing. Mark Henry, CM Punk, decent match. Nothing spectacular. Punk wins with an elbow drop with a steel chair.
Because he damn sure can't give him the GTS.
No, there's no way. If he would have pulled off the GTS,
I don't know. Didn't he do it to Big Show?
no.
Or
Cena did it to
yeah,
Big
yeah,
Show.
yeah.
At WrestleMania.
Cena did it to Big Show and Edge. Well, Edge got
That
out
was
of it.
probably the most impressive thing I've ever seen Cena do.
Which
Yep.
WrestleMania
Honestly.
was that?
That was 23.
It was the one Flair retired at 24.
24.
In Orlando. Cena picked up Big Show and Edge.
Yeah.
And for not like a second, it was like 3-4 seconds. He had both of them on his shoulders.
Then Edge wiggled out, and then he just gave the attitude adjustment to the Big Show.
Nasty. So Jericho comes out after the match, after Punk wins, and basically says, hey, you're an idiot. You're a drunk, baby.
And
you're still drunk.
They said that they saw Punk going into a bar or something.
Yeah, they
like
show
that.
this thing. He's going to a local bar, and he's wondering if Punk's drunk. Punk says that he was just having fish and chips with his buddies. I mean, which is true. Some people that don't
Bob,
drink.
We're going to go get some fish and chips.
You know, fish and chips with the boys, the dudes. And Jericho says it's no longer about being the best. It's about beating Punk's ass, which is what Punk said the week before. I mean, this feud's okay. I'm hoping and praying this match is going to be better than the one at Mania. It's a Chicago street fight, by the way.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And here's the thing: what gets me is Raw has sucked so bad, but the card so far for this next pay-per-view is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
They made the Lesnar Cena match
no disqualifications, no count
Extreme
out.
Rules.
Oh yeah,
now,
yeah, Extreme Rules.
which we said and complained about last week
because there was no stipulation.
There was no stipulation,
and you're going to have it at Extreme Rules,
right? Hello.
And honestly, what is an Extreme Rules match other than a friggin' hardcore match?
I know. Yeah, here it is right here. WWE flashed a graphic actually saying that WrestleMania 28's 1.3 million buys. So they're proud of that. And you're going to see that
I'd be proud of
on
it too if I was
SmackDown.
Vince.
Yep. Best thing about Raw. The best thing about this entire show was the Brock Lesnar promo that they ran.
I didn't see it, but I heard it was pretty
awesome.
good.
It was very well done. It was like... I know
Wasn't that
you
the
don't
one
watch
he
a lot of
said-
UFC.
He said that I'm an ass kicker or something like that.
Yes, it was set up like they do UFC promos.
Yeah.
Now I watch UFC a lot. They do their promos like this. When they get ready for a fight, they interview one guy one week and then the next guy the next week, how they're
So we can
training,
expect
what they're
Cena
about.
we can expect Cena next week.
Maybe.
Probably.
I don't know, because this was very cool the way they did this. So
Yeah.
basically, I'm going to set it up for you. He was on the big screen. He's in a promo, and it's like not a backstage promo. It's him sitting down in a dark studio.
Yeah.
Lesnar says he isn't a WWE superstar. He's an ass kicker. Lesnar says he doesn't care about anyone. He isn't here for a feel-good moment. WWE needs someone to legitimize it, and he's the real deal to do it, which I actually agree with. Lesnar calls John Cena fake and says everyone is tired of his bull. That's right. And
They had to bleep him out a little bit?
They beeped him out. He
Didn't
said bullshit.
Didn't he cuss quite a few times in that promo?
I've said it twice already and beeped me out
Oh,
twice.
God.
Yeah, he
We was
cussed.
going good there, Jay.
Well, here we go. Get ready for more. They
Oh,
keep
God.
bleeping him out, as NoDQ.com says, which is true. They kept beeping Lesnar out. He says Cena is pissing and shitting himself. I'm not kidding. Lesnar said this on Raw. Lesnar says beating Cena up at Extreme Rules, the Extreme Rules match, is going to make him happy. This promo
It's
was
gonna make
good,
a
though.
lot of people happy.
This promo was excellent, but as we said last week, I don't like the fact that they're making him look like a giant ass kisser, not
To
kicker,
John Laurinaitis.
to Johnny Ace to get Cena more over. Cena, by the way, in England, got royally Queen style booed.
Good.
Booed.
Go save the Queen.
That crowd last week that were like, yay, John, yay. It was like, God save the Queen, bitch. You suck, John. Cena sucks. I mean, it was a bad crowd. They hated Cena.
And the people like Daniel Bryan and CM Punk were getting over like crazy.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan got
Good.
massive. The yes chants this week were loud, big time.
Because they actually wrestle in independent promotions over in England.
And that's the thing, Vince. You can make this company good. You have Brock Lesnar back.
Yeah.
You have seen. No, you have. There goes another beep.
God,
You have-
Jason, what's wrong with you today?
That's the last one, I swear. You have Brock Lesnar. You got CM Punk. You got Jericho. You got Daniel Bryan. You got guys that have legitimate wrestling, either independent, like Eric said, ROH. They got wrestling backgrounds. You got guys that are great.
They have guys,
not good.
They have guys that are wrestlers,
Look,
not entertainers.
You got Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, and Chris Jericho. You got three of the best talkers in the world.
Yep.
Rock's not there right now. He's doing a movie. But I think I just named the top four on the mic.
There you
Rock,
go.
Punk, Daniel Bryan, ROH days, and Jericho.
There you go.
What do you? Why are guys like? Why are they not getting more screen time when you got friggin' Hornswoggle? You got R-Truth being misused. He's dressed up as Sherlock freaking Holmes for a funny, quote unquote, backstage interview. I mean, look at these results.
Oh God, move on, man, please. I hate it when they do this.
I mean, you got guys.
R-Truth was getting so over too,
and they're burying him now. They're using him as comedy relief. But then again, you got Santino and freaking A-list David Otunga.
In all fairness, R-Truth was always comedy relief.
He's hilarious though.
He's hilarious, but you can kind of take him seriously.
Exactly, and he can work. That's my thing.
Oh, yeah.
Why not base your show on those guys? And yeah, is Daniel Bryan and CM Punk in the main event picture? Yes. But the thing is, they're so over.
Yep.
Why are you still putting out Cena? And yeah, is Cena jobbing? Yes, I will give John that. He's jobbing.
It's all about the money.
But it's all about the money.
With the merchandise sales.
He's still selling that damn Celtic
Boston
shirt.
Celtics ripoff. Blech.
Oh my God. It drives me freaking nuts that they're still trying to push this guy as the #1 face in the company. Mm-hmm. Vince could say, well, some people like him and some people don't. BS, Vince. You still want him to have fans. That's why you're making him Lesnar go with Laurinaitis.
Yep.
I would rather have him see him put Randy Orton as the face of the company.
I've said that, Eric. I've said that for weeks.
Yep.
You have Randy Orton.
Orton was the face of the company back when he won his first world title off of Benoit.
Yep.
And Orton actually grew up in his business. What was John Cena?
Exactly.
Third generation.
WWE.
Best.
Yep.
He was a weightlifter.
He was a weightlifter, jacked up on roids.
Yeah.
And
That's what Vince likes. He likes those big 6'5", 280-pound guys.
This is why. This is what I've been saying. You're having Randy feud with Kane. I mean, no offense to Kane, but his time is about over.
His time is about up.
Have Randy feud with freaking Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, it's because when Kane came back, he was supposed to feud with Orton.
Yes.
Then
but it wasn't
Orton was out with an injury.
Yeah.
So they put him
and then what I'm thinking is, Kane was supposed to be feuding with Barrett. But Barrett got the...
Well, that's another thing. There's another guy...
Barrett was supposed to get his title push.
He should be back soon, right?
I don't know.
We need him back.
It's only been about
they were
2 months or so.
Going to put Barrett in a Money in the Bank match, and he was supposed to win that and get his title.
Here's guys you got to put over. Randy's had the belt, but he needs to be in the spotlight. Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Chris Jericho, just to put over these newer, younger guys. Sheamus, I'd have no problem with Sheamus as the champion. I like the Sheamus-Daniel Bryan feud, but when that's over, Daniel should probably feud with a guy like Orton. I just mentioned, we mentioned R-Truth, Cody Rhodes, Wade Barrett. These are young guys. Give them the spotlight and the time. I don't know what it is. I mean, this whole Lesnar-Cena thing, like I said, the Extreme Rules pay-per-view so far looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why Raw has been this bad. I don't care about Santino and David Otunga. I don't want to see Johnny Ace on television. Doesn't Vince understand he's not getting heel heat? People don't like him. He's just boring.
Just like Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah.
People hear her, excuse me, and that's not heat. That's hate.
They don't want her on TV.
She's getting X-Pac heat.
She is. That's exactly it. And so is Johnny Ace. Nobody ever liked Johnny Ace.
No.
In the history of the world, everybody that was a wrestler, backstage interviewers, everybody, watch wrestling shoots on YouTube. They all hate or hated Johnny Ace.
Yep.
And he's got theme music now, and they're parading him out there. He's on half the show. Michael Cole was, remember last year when Michael Cole was doing all that stuff?
Really riding his ass.
But now they got Johnny Ace, and he's being forced down our throats.
It reminds me of the Twitter crap last year.
And you guys, and then Big Show and Great Khali versus Epico and Primo. Abraham Washington, which is interesting, he's watching from up the ramp, and we remember a couple weeks ago he was talking to
Big Show.
Mark Henry.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe they're going to try to, they're doing
something.
Looks like
he's trying to get a stable of all the big guys or something?
That's the only thing I could think of. Show and Khali win, and then they did a double choke slam, and then they were dancing.
Why?
Why? What?
If they're just a comedy relief team, just make them a freaking comedy relief team.
You have Big Show, who's 7 foot tall, 500 pounds, looks like a freak of nature. He can probably whoop anybody in the world,
Bench
and
press
you
a
have
Volvo.
him dancing. The whole thing with Cody was fine because there's little stabs at Cody. I understood that, but God, why is Khali still there? Why are these guys getting time when there's guys even on NXT, Troy, that can put on better matches?
NXT is still going on?
Ugh.
What the hell?
Or FCW. Call some of these kids up. You know.
Apparently, well, like we talked about last week, you know, they're really thinking about bringing Dean Ambrose up because he got that injury. And they were taking care of him. They were taking good care of him.
And supposedly they're kind of molding him right now for a feud with Mick Foley. I don't know if you guys been noticing that.
I've been reading. He's been feuding with Mick Foley down there, bringing up. Mick Foley's been using a couple of segments they use in TNA.
They're going to try to get him over.
Yeah.
With Foley. So maybe that.
Well, I know that Ambrose and William Regal had a damn good feud in FCW.
I mean, just do stuff different. But let's get to the main event because it was Cena.
Oh, and before we hit the main event, because I see it just barely up there, if you don't know, Chief Jay Strongbow has passed away.
Yes.
And they showed a video package of him on Raw, so, you know, another loss to the wrestling world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Chief Jay Strongbow was one of the guys, I think, who influenced Ric Flair. Yeah. I mean, he was good friends with Flair, and I mean, he was one of those guys that really was like a pioneer.
Yeah.
Flair, in his early days, he teamed up with Chief Jay Strongbow. They won a couple tag team championships back in the early 70s.
Yep.
But rest in peace to the Chief.
Yeah, to the Chief.
The Chief. John Cena against Lord Tensai, who was supposed to be a mystery opponent. So they basically had like four guys beat Cena.
When I first read mystery opponent earlier in the results, I was thinking Batista. No, you can't do that.
Well, that would have been good.
Thing.
That would have been good.
That would have made sense.
God. That's good.
Of course, we thought he was going to come out last week, too, when they was in D.C.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on.
It's his home freaking town. We thought he was going to be at WrestleMania. Unless he was in Florida.
Batista, you say what you want, but I actually agree with Batista on one of the reasons he left. Do you know why? He doesn't like the PG. He thinks it's too friendly, goody-goody two-shoes type of show.
Do you blame him?
No.
That's why crap.
Batista, that's one of the reasons he left. He got sick of the fact that they were going in that little... Look, PG is fine.
Yeah, because Batista was not a PG person.
No.
He would go out there, kick ass, take names.
Oh, yeah.
And when he got on the mic, he said what he wanted, maybe not in the greatest way possible, because he wasn't that great on the mic.
He wasn't very PG.
He didn't censor himself.
Evolution wasn't PG.
No.
You know?
Evolution, if you want to, compare Evolution to something, they were the schoolyard bullies in elementary school. That's basically what it was. They were going around taking what they wanted when they wanted it.
But you know what? The whole PG thing...
Except they were very well dressed when they did it.
yeah. The whole PG thing was a little bit overrated as far as how it's... Like... Oh, we want the attitude back. The attitude era. It's never going to come back.
No.
And just because it's PG, you know how you counter that if you're going to go PG? Good wrestling.
Yeah.
Good matches.
Just because it's PG doesn't mean it's going to be bad.
No, not at all. The WrestleMania build-ups
at least it
great.
isn't rated G, and the guys are hugging it out in the ring.
John Cena comes out and hands fruit boxes to everybody.
Little fruity pebbles.
Yeah.
And you can go out there and have a 3-hour wrestling show with no blood, and
next week
you have good matches.
3-hour Raw.
3-hour Raw next week.
We go G, and we have Dora the Explorer guest host.
God. You know how you do a 3-hour Raw? Good matches that people will watch if you have good matches. But anyways,
Dora the Explorer. Where do we need to go? Straight to the immigration department.
Right. So mystery opponent Lord Tensai against John Cena. That's fine.
Dora.
Yeah, Jesus. Cena finally makes a comeback. Go figure in his match against Tensai, but then
he's got to hit his
Tonga gets involved. Laurinaitis gets involved. Sakamoto gets involved, and eventually Tensai pulls it to Jerry, spits mist into Cena's face, and gets the surprising win, and that's how Raw ends.
He ended with just the mist?
Yeah, and I think that's how he beat him.
No powerbomb, no, brain.
Now, if you haven't noticed, Cena's on a losing streak. He lost to Rock.
He's always on a losing streak until the pay-per-views come around.
Well, that's the thing.
Unless he's
I have
doing
a weird feeling.
a random match against a jobber like.
Do you think he
Otunga.
beats Lesnar?
No, hell no.
If he beats Lesnar,
hell no.
Here's the thing. If Cena beats Lesnar, that show after, the OTR after that, is going to be a hate fest on WWE. You brought back this guy who is a monster, who you've been building up with the promo on Raw. To have Cena beat him clean would piss me off.
It can't really be a non-clean win because it's an Extreme Rules match.
Right. But you got to have Lesnar go over here.
Yeah.
You got to build up back the next big thing. You can't let him freaking lose this match.
And honestly,
oh my God.
This feud is far from over.
Oh, yeah, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, they could do, 1 month, Lesnar loses and that's it. No,
it's going to be at least 2
Brock
or 3.
win, and I honestly would not be surprised if they don't stretch this out to SummerSlam.
I think they have to, and I'm still praying that Cena keeps losing and keeps losing and keeps losing and eventually turns heel.
Eventually just snaps.
That's the only thing I can think of. And then we have a guy like The Miz,
who's not getting used at all.
Was
he even on Raw?
He was not on Raw.
Bullcrap.
Now, Miz says on Twitter, by the way, I know we kind of took a swing here. We were talking Cena, then we talked Miz. But the thing is, I was reading a tweet on Miz's page, and it was a fan that was getting pissed off that Miz is not being used. And Miz says to the fan, just be patient. So hopefully something creative has something for him. Because there's another guy, young.
Just don't team him up with Laurinaitis.
No. I'm with you. We said this 2 weeks ago, I think. You turn him face.
Yeah.
Even last week we talked about it.
Keep him off TV for a month or so.
Yeah.
Have him come on TV,
Music
start
hits.
losing all that, and just basically have a segment in the back. He's talking to Laurinaitis, and he just says, "You know what, Johnny? I'm tired of it."
Yeah, where's my time?
He snaps
I won
on
that
Laurinaitis.
match for you.
He pulled a CM Punk from last year.
Yes,
Exactly.
I won that match for you at Mania.
Yeah,
I got the victory
won that
over
match. Why
Ryder.
am I not being used?
Yeah.
And then Laurinaitis could just say something along the lines of, "Well, Miz, all along, I just never liked you." And it just stems from there.
You could build
Miz just goes on a crusade against John Laurinaitis.
I think if you're going to turn Cena heel, you have to have another heel become a face anyways. Lesnar, obviously, they're building him up as a heel. Right now, your top face would be Randy.
Yep.
He needs some support. Well, CM Punk, too. CM Punk and Orton are the biggest faces in the company right now. We all agree on that?
Yes.
I don't think you could deny. I think CM Punk 1, Randy 2.
Yeah.
After that, who's your next face?
Sheamus.
Sheamus would be 3.
Daniel Bryan, even though he's not a face, people still love him.
Cheer him. But he's viewed as a heel.
Undertaker, even though he shows up
Taker's
twice
gonna be
a year.
gone, though.
Feels like showing up.
Triple H is going to be gone. Don't even count those guys, though. Who would you go with number 4? There's really nothing. Randy, Punk, and Sheamus.
Do you want to know what's sad?
Don't say Brodus Clay.
Him or
Yeah, he would have to be. He would have to be.
Him or
Who would you
Santino.
else put up? That's all
I
your...
would have said Zack Ryder if they would actually friggin' use him.
Yeah, okay. I agree with that. But then, if you go heels, you can go all day.
Daniel Bryan, Mark Henry, Kane.
That's 3.
Cody Rhodes.
2, 4.
Wade Barrett when he was still there.
5. Dolph. 6. Swagger. 7. See what I'm saying? There's a shortage.
Daniel. Well, you already said
There's a shortage of
Yeah,
faces.
they need faces.
Miz would be huge as a face.
One question
I'm telling you.
I want to know. They're so short on faces. Yeah, I don't like the guy, but where the hell is Rey Mysterio?
I don't know. I told you a while ago that they were having contract disputes. I'm still thinking that is going on.
Yeah.
It's a shame because Ray, I don't know. When he wants to, he could put on good matches.
Yeah,
he did with Jericho. Yeah. I mean, his stuff with Jericho was awesome.
WCW
Punk,
stuff
CM Punk. Yeah, his WCW stuff. another guy that can go. Yeah, I don't like the way he's marketed, and he is getting a little fatter. And
little is an understatement there.
Yeah, but it's a guy that, hey, he can still dance. He can still go.
He can still bring it when he needs to.
I thought it was interesting because then you got TNA, who just had a pay-per-view, which I heard was...
I totally forgot it. It was
on lockdown.
Yeah, we did say TNA on OTR. We never talked TNA. But I did want to bring this up because I saw a interview with Paul Heyman, and they were asking about, Paul. This was a little older. This is when a lot of the older guys...
Speaking of Paul Heyman, just a brief shoot off here. I saw online, I think it was one of our fans. It might have been you, Eric. I don't remember. Somebody said... put Lesnar against Heyman, or Lesnar against Punk. Heyman guy versus Heyman guy.
Oh, okay. I think that could happen, actually.
No? I didn't say that.
I think it could happen.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
It would make sense, so they're probably not going to do it.
And they could even kind of bring Paul Heyman in just to be like, guys, why are you fighting?
I loved SmackDown when Paul Heyman was in charge. SmackDown was fantastic.
Heyman was the best, even in his ECW days.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, though. Heyman was asked if he'd like to run TNA, and this is when TNA was still having Nash on the show, and Hall was there.
Did you see the Dixie Carter post on her Facebook? Oh, TNA is going to be focusing on their younger stars. You never should have stopped focusing on your younger stars.
Well, this was when this was all, the older guys were still there. Heyman says, and I love this analogy, he compared it to the New York Yankees and in baseball. Check this out, though. I loved... What?
Dick Clark died.
Dick Clark did die. Oh, you didn't know that, Troy?
No, I didn't.
Breaking news here on OTR. Yep.
Did this just happen, or
no? This happened today.
No more rocking New Year's Eve.
He passed away.
No, Ryan Seacrest has that.
He passed away. He passed away a few hours ago, before we taped. Massive heart attack.
Rest in peace, Dick. Well, he was on the down.
He was another pioneer of broadcasting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But Paul Heyman basically was saying about TNA, and he compared it to the Yankees. He said that's like if I bought the Yankees from George Steinbrenner when Steinbrenner was alive. He's dead now, too. The first thing I would do, and this is an analogy to TNA, when they have all these old stars. I actually compare this to WWE now, too, a little bit, because they still got some guys like Cena that need to get pushed down the ladder a little bit. First thing he would do with TNA, or when he would get the Yankees, get rid of A-Rod and Jeter.
Talking about a last place team.
Young.
A-Rod, maybe.
Build.
Jeter, I would keep, because Jeter was built by the Yankees.
Right. But the thing is, he said, I see what he was saying. Youth movement. We need to start over. Get rid of all the old weight.
Didn't TNA have the youth movement or whatever?
Well, like you said.
Or the X Division movement?
They're trying to talk about, we need to put over the Motor City Machine Guns more.
Oh, my God. Did you really need to? They were over when they left because of injury. They're going to be over when they come back.
I have not watched
People were
TNA,
waiting.
But I don't know. Like you said a few weeks ago, if Paul Heyman did go to TNA, I would start watching.
Yes.
Big time. Even
they
if
already
Hulk
got
was
rid
still
of Vince,
there, fine.
They even got rid of Vince Russo, and I've thought about actually turning it on a Thursday night.
The only thing that gets me is, why is Eric Bischoff still on TV? Hogan's the GM now, I think. They're using him
Sting quit being a GM,
and Hogan is
full-time wrestling.
Fine.
And
Hulk, that's fine, because he's not in the ring. That's fine. Put over your young talent.
Yes.
Have Hogan be the face general manager.
Put over your AJ Styles. Put over your Christopher Daniels, your Motor City Machine Guns, your Robert Roode, your James Storm.
Yep. That's those you mentioned. Every guy I was about to say. That's what you want to. Because then, if TNA will start doing that, then we'll have. The reason I bring up TNA, then we would have another show to watch.
Yep.
ROH, a lot of people don't know about yet. I know you watch ROH. It's good stuff.
They put on some good shows.
They put on great shows. Not good, great. But TNA is the second. They're like the second company right now. Yeah. Other than WWE, they need to start really being good. Because then this crap that we're watching on Raw will get better.
Yeah.
We need TNA to be better.
We need TNA to offer actual competition.
Mm-hmm.
Because a few weeks ago, ROH had a match that pretty much rivaled the Triple H Taker match. Was the Michael Elgin and
there you go
against Eddie Edwards.
And the sad thing is, a lot of people don't know about it.
So they put it right. They wouldn't put it above Triple H Undertaker, but it was
about right on the same level.
There.
Yeah,
it was that same weekend that they wrestled.
So there you go.
Now, was that
if it was on TV, It was just a great match.
And see, there you go. And then that's the thing. They need.
See, that's why I'm
to do
upset that we don't get the HD net so we can watch TNA.
I know.
It's on Fox 45 Sunday
I don't
nights.
think I get.
Well, there you
Sunday nights. Okay.
Well, there you go.
It's on
There we
after
go.
the news.
And I'm sure people across the world listening to us on YouTube, they probably can find it. And I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Like the diehard wrestling fans will get ROH
on-
YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's on YouTube. That's how I started. That's how I started watching it. It's on
But the
YouTube.
thing is, the bottom line is WWE needs they need to get a foot up their ass.
Yep.
They need another company to make them be a little scared.
Yeah, they need somebody to kickstart them.
Because this is going to be hard to watch all the way till SummerSlam. Even with Brock. Thank God Brock's back. Can you imagine if Lesnar never came back? Oh, Lord. Who would Cena even feud with? We don't even know. I mean, you know. But I'm going to check really quick and see if there are any fan questions. Of course, you can always message us on
Can we
Twitter.
get to them next week?
Yeah, we can. What was I going to say? Oh, Twitter is Outside the Ring with the number 1. Facebook Outside the Ring, and our email.
Outside the ring 316 at gmail.com. Haven't been getting a lot in the email lately, so.
No. I will check really quick. I don't think anybody did have any questions. So I'll ask Eric Green.
Yes,
How is our show?
it's awesome.
Yeah, see? There you go. Was that your question? That was more like a statement.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, do you have any,
Any questions or any ideas, thoughts on what's going on with the whatever's going on in WWE?
We told you at the beginning of the show.
It's gonna be it's a hard show tonight. I'll say that.
And Raw didn't really excite me this much.
No.
I fell asleep.
Did you enjoy this show? This show has sucked, hasn't it? It's absolutely horrible.
Oh man. If we only get like 20 views on this video, I'm not gonna be heartbroken.
I'll be doing one of these, baby.
Yeah,
We get 20 views
20
on
is
this.
more than I expect.
The show, like, after WrestleMania really took off. That
Yes.
show was huge.
Yes.
I think it's like 200-300 views.
Something like that. That one show we did.
We've done a couple
it was
that
like
were
our
big.
4th or 5th show. It's up over 1,000 views.
Yeah. We like that. We can. And by the way, tell your friends. We need one more like on Facebook,
So we
and
get
then
to
we can
see all of our like logistics and everything.
Yes, we need one more like. One more like. I went
Yes!
Christian. Yes! Yes! We need one more like on Facebook, and it's all good.
Yep.
It's all good. We just got a few comments, basically. Looks like they win an actual Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules, and he's referring to Brock and Cena. Chris, that was Byron Braun next. Chris Baker says, okay, riddle me this. What does WWE do? What? Okay, riddle me this. What does the WWE do?
Oh no, that's when he was talking about what do they do when teaming up Lesnar with Laurinaitis still doesn't get over. We already talked
about that. We still don't understand. Macy Phelps Jericho, love the show this week. Tears of laughter, please do more. Well, that was nice.
Yeah, really?
Cool.
Okay, now
That was last
I'm
week.
starting to feel good now. I got that little
There you go.
fuzzy feeling down
we
in my
are
heart.
we are pretty damn funny. We have to admit. And those are old comments.
Yeah.
So, by the way, happy birthday to the Hot Rod Roddy Piper.
That was yesterday.
And I think it's time to hit that music. Let's just do some Red Solo Cup, Troy.
Yeah.
We came in with it.
Came in with it, go out with it. 'Cause
There's
this is another show that just freaking
Wasted again in the OTR studio.
searching for my lost shot of freaking tequila to get me out of here.
This is one of the crappiest OTRs we've ever recorded. We apologize. Hopefully you liked it. There's just not much. Hopefully next week's Raw, it's a 3-hour spectacular. We're going to have a Brock Lesnar
Yeah,
Cena.
watch this. Watch this. It's a 3-hour spectacular next week. It's gonna be a 20-minute show. It's gonna suck so
Probably
bad.
have about 3 or 4 matches on there.
Imagine how hard it's going to be to record that OTR. Brock Lesnar Cena going to be doing a contract signing. We'll see what happens there.
Whoa, contract signing. That's not gonna break out in a fight.
Yeah,
That's never turned
thanks,
out
CM
well.
Punk.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll see what happens. But as far as I did want to hit one more thing before we get out of here, as far as the Extreme Rules pay-per-view goes, I can give you guys a little rundown of the matches. And I actually, like I said at the beginning of the show, really, I think it's going to be a pretty damn good pay-per-view. I mean, it's amazing to me how Raws have been sucking so bad, but I mean, listen to this card. You have.
As soon as you can find it.
Where the hell is it here?
I don't know.
Gotta love
Did you
our.
lose the card?
No, I don't think. Jesus. I'm wasted again in the OTR studio. Can you read? I can't read.
Hang
I'm
on.
tired.
Hang on.
All right.
I'm coming over here.
This is horrible. As our music keeps playing. I love Toby Keith, by the way. Extreme Rules.
Where is it?
Where the hell? There we go. Okay.
There.
Okay, now we found it.
You found it before I did.
I think this is good. Cena, Lesnar, Extreme Rules match. Chicago Street Fight for WWE title. Jericho Punk. That should be excellent. 2 out of 3 falls match. This one will not be 18 seconds for the World Heavyweight title. Daniel Bryan, Sheamus. I know Kane and Orton's going to fight in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Again.
But that's 4 pretty decent matches
Yeah.
on a with hardly any build-up.
Yeah, really.
Crappy Raws. Not a bad card. We'll see where they go. Hopefully somewhere good.
That's all you can say.
By the way, they
could just-
brought back the No Way Out pay-per-view. No Way Out's coming back. Supposedly they're going to build it like Lockdown. It's going to be all cage matches, but there's going to be stuff in the cage. Like
That's a legal lockdown match.
well, no, not like that. But one cage match might be like a strap match in the cage.
Okay, so it's going to be gimmick matches
In the cage,
Okay.
exactly. So we'll see what happens. I
Yeah,
think
do an
that's-
Inferno match in the cage. That cage would get so hot.
Oh, I know,
Ow.
I know. But that's all for this week of Outside the Ring. Hopefully,
how would you do, like-
it will be another good
Do a
show next week.
tables match in a cage. You couldn't do that unless it was a Hell in a Cell.
I don't know, but I can tell you one thing. I'm the one, the only Jason
Murphy.
Murphy. This Raw sucked.
Yes, it did.
Alongside the one, the only. He's even more excited than me, Troy Stone Cold Austin. And let's give it up for our guest, Eric Green. Thanks for coming in on one of our crappiest shows of all time. Did you have fun?
Oh, I had fun.
You come back anytime you want. We will see you next week on another exciting, hopefully more exciting than this one, version of Outside the Ring.
Deuces.
Red Solo Cup is the best receptacle for barbecues, tailgates, fairs, and festivals. And you, sir, do not have a pair of testicles if you prefer drinking from glass. Hey, Red Solo Cup is cheap and disposable. In 14 years, they are decomposable. And unlike my home, they are not foreclosable. Freddie Mac kissed my ass.